Says violent crime in the nation's capital has dropped.
But Fox's Madeline Rivera reports the president's ramping up federal resources.
The Washington Post reports the FBI is dispatching more than 100 agents to help local police stop crime and carjackings. A decision to call up the National Guard could also come later today. The president has already mobilized several federal agencies, including the ATF, DEA, and U.S. Park Police, to participate in these efforts.
Now, also today, the Wall Street Journal reports President Trump will meet with Intel's CEO. The White House visit comes days after a Trump Truth Post called for Lip-Bu-Tan to resign immediately amid concerns about his ties to China. Friday, there's a Trump-Putin summit in Alaska trying to get Russian leader Vladimir Putin to stop the war in Ukraine.
Vice President Vance said on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures he talked to President Trump, who told him there's no way to know the outcome of these talks.
Maybe this works out, maybe it doesn't, but it's worth the effort. It's worth trying.
The vice president said the goal is to find a settlement the sides can live with in peace.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. There's a meeting of European foreign ministers today as they insist there's no way to get a peace deal unless Ukraine is part of those Trump-Putin talks Friday. Israel's getting ready to ramp up the war, wanting to next target Gaza City. U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee tells Fox.
The next move really is one that Hamas has to make. They're either going to have to walk away, disarm, and let the hostages go, or they're going to have to face the consequences.
An Israeli strike in Gaza killed several journalists, including a reporter with Al Jazeera. The Israelis claim it was a Hamas commander. Al Jazeera denies it. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What Carmel police are saying about a weekend shooting, nothing on radar, and it's 74 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. 5 teenagers were arrested on Sunday after a Saturday shooting in an area between 126th Street and Carmel Drive. Police found a man suffering from gunshot wounds. They took him to the hospital. He survived. Several people ran away from the scene, witnesses told police. And on Sunday, a 17-year-old was arrested and a multitude of 14-year-old kids. They face firearm and attempted murder charges, also robbery and intimidation charges. The finances for the city of Indianapolis will be brought up tonight at a meeting. John Herrick explains why.
Indy's Mayor Joe Hogsett says the budget he's presenting to the Indianapolis City County Council this evening is fully balanced and will maintain investments in public safety, infrastructure, economic development, housing, and quality of life without a tax increase. After the meeting, there will be committee meetings in the coming days where those who live in Indianapolis can weigh in on how their tax dollars are spent. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Today's forecast calls for highs in the low 90s.
And then as we get into Tuesday, things will maybe cool down a little bit in the northern parts of the state as a cold front starts to work its way through the state. I'm expecting highs in the mid to upper 80s in the north and still in the low 90s across the south.
Forecaster Andrew White at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
As we get later in the week, we are going to see some relief from the heat as we get more towards the mid 80s, really for the second half of the work week.
And White says rain chances will be best by Tuesday. The quarterback competition for the Indianapolis Colts rolled on Sunday during training camp.
Anthony Richardson, 11 of 17 today. I'd say probably the most running back day that he's had, kind of running back tight end, a little bit more in kind of the check down area for him. Daniel Jones, I had him 9 of 16. I thought he had his worst period of camp right away, out of the gate. 2 of 7, I think it was, in the first period. Sounds like, according to Shane Steichen, that Daniel Jones will start on Saturday against Green Bay, but Anthony Richardson will get that quarter and a half of playing time.
And that's 107.5 The Fan's Kevin Bowen reporting. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
It's Terry Stacy, and not too many locally owned businesses in central Indiana have been around 80 years, but Cardwell Do It Best Home Center on the south side has stood the test of time. This year, Cardwell Do It Best is celebrating 80 years of serving Indianapolis, and they're saying thank you with some really great deals. Cardwell Do It Best is your discount roofing headquarters, featuring dimensional roofing as low as $21 per bundle. With a wide variety of colors in stock, you'll find the perfect match for your home. Need to freshen up inside? Check out their full line of best look quality paints by Sherwin-Williams with paint and primer in one and custom computer paint matching to get your color just right. And for the yard, they carry a full line of trusted lawn and garden products, including Scott's Lawn Care to keep your grass green. Come celebrate 80 years strong at Cardwell Do It Best. Locally owned, community trusted, and always ready to help you do it best. 3205 Madison Avenue or shop online at cardwellhomecenter.com.
Southside crash, northbound 65 after Raymond Street. It blocks the left lane, slows us down back to South Keystone Avenue, delay of 13 minutes. Now's the time I might start considering using Madison Avenue or 31 instead. Remember, Madison Avenue is under construction. And then on the northeast side, it's northbound 69 at 96th Street. A vehicle fire blocking 2 right lanes. Coming from Shelbyville, westbound is 74 towards Indianapolis. Crash at Pleasant View, and it blocks the left lane. No delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. I was at Pizza Fest over the weekend downtown, and I have in front of me 7. I don't know how I got 7. 7 scratchers from Greek's Pizzeria. Now, I do work with Greek's Pizzeria, but I didn't know they had these things. So while you're doing the weather, I'm going to see if I want any pizza.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck to you. It's going to be a hot one here on this Monday here. Plenty of sunshine.
No, dang it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You got six more now?
I didn't win that one. Okay, you know what? I apologize. I'll just move on to the next one. I'll stay quiet this time. You go ahead. You just do the.
You got it. 6 more. All right, here we go. 90 degrees will be your high again today. That'll be 3 days in a row of 90-degree heat, so carrying over from the weekend.
Dang it!
Clear.
Apologies. Keep going.
You're good.
You're doing great.
Clear and muggy overnight, a low down to 72. Partly cloudy for tomorrow. Again, we're hot. May see some scattered storms later in the afternoon. That could help cool things off, and we could use some rain. Tomorrow's high 90. Wednesday, scattered showers. Storm main. Oh!
Oh, was that out loud? Was that? Jeez. Sorry.
Big winner?
We're all getting pepperoni.
All right. That's excellent news.
You can continue. Go, you finish up. You're important. You finish up.
I'll finish up. You still got a few more. You still have a few more to scratch off too. Mid 80s on Wednesday. So back to average, only to see our numbers jump again by late week. Thursday and Friday were dry, partly cloudy, and highs pushing again close to 90.
First of all, stinks about back to the hot again. If we can't get a little bit of a cool down there. Did you go to Pizza Fest? Did you go to this thing?
No, but I was. It looked awesome. I did not get tickets because it had sold out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't jump on that early enough, but you went. How was it?
So first of all, I think they got way more people than they thought they were going to get. That's
okay.
That might be the case there. I didn't stay the whole time, but the pizzerias and everything else, really incredible. Really incredible. How many people they had set up? I thought Burns did a great job. Pie Indy. Have you ever been to PI?
I have not. No.
Yeah, so I guess the thing to do now is the hot honey pizza. You kind of drizzled on top.
Yes. Okay.
And that's fine. That is totally fine. I thought they were actually excellent. They've got a very cool looking truck and how they do it. It's got glass front, so you see them making the pizza and everything else. And they have a pizza that they call a Figgy Piggy with goat cheese and fig jam bacon. Fig jam, bacon, goat cheese, prosciutto, mushroom, arugula.
Ooh.
I mean, I like a good classic, but they had some very, very good stuff.
That sounds awesome, though.
Yeah,
sounds
PI.
awesome.
Pie Indy. EatBetterPizza.com. That was them. I don't do any work with them at all. I just liked what they did.
Sure.
Solid.
No, I'll have to check them out. That sounds awesome.
Yes, it was good. I think a couple of adjustments and Tommy and that team, they've got themselves a festival. Yeah. It's pretty good stuff.
I was sad that I missed it this year, so I'm hoping I'll jump on it earlier next summer because that
celebrity judge Marcus Bailey.
Hey, yes, sign me up. I'm volunteering right now. Bring it in.
Right. If you have any leftover pizza, he'll eat that too.
I will do that too. That's right. Absolutely.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV, meteorologist. Appreciate you, man. As always, wait a second. What's the temperature right now? That's a good question. Right now, we've got 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:10. It's not often you hear about shootings in Carmel. 5 arrested juveniles. 1100 block of Gulfview Drive. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's not your radio. It's my voice. It happens from time to time. Someone who had a gunshot wound was taken to a hospital. Carmel identified several suspects believed to have been involved in the shooting and fled the scene. Facebook post published last night. Carmel police reports they've arrested 5 juveniles for their alleged roles in the shooting. A 17-year-old, another 17-year-old, 4 17-year-olds, and a 14-year-old. A series of charges: robbery, aggravated battery, dangerous possession of a firearm, pointing a firearm at another, intimidation. So I have questions. Is this a drug deal gone bad? Was this something else? The man who was shot, what is his relationship to these children, if anything? Where'd the gun come from? Was there just one firearm, or did they all have firearms? Are these kids from Carmel? If not, where are they from? And what do the parents know, and when did they know it? These are the questions. So we don't have anywhere near enough information. What we have is a story that we hear in bits and pieces and in iterations way too much of. And what we have is just another great example of, did everyone think that things like this were just going to stick to Indianapolis and you wouldn't have to worry about it? Oh, yeah, it's just Indy. Well, it's just, gang on gang stuff. It's just criminal on criminal stuff. It's not our problem. It's not a big deal. I just want to know if that's what you thought. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bigger problem what happens in Indianapolis than we all think. And maybe it is for us to discuss. And maybe the people of Indianapolis who have been telling us we're not allowed to have a say should sit down and be quiet, because we're going to keep talking. And we're the only ones seemingly addressing real issues, cultural issues that lead to these things. Apologize for nothing. Us. Them, they should apologize for much. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, another major youth sports project at 632. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Trajan Wealth. And think you're ready for retirement, do you? Think again. Retirement on the Brink. It's a new documentary presented by Trajan Wealth. Uncovers what the industry won't. Premier seats are filling fast. You can reserve your VIP seat today at retirementonthebrink.com at Flick's Brew House in Carmel, September 25th at 6 p.m. Call 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. We talked about Trajan Wealth's core philosophies like low expenses, manager tenure, and tax efficiency, key qualities that convinced me to become a client of Trajan Wealth. So I'm excited that they're hosting this movie premiere. The new documentary is called Retirement on the Brink, perfect for those nearing retirement or just starting out on their investment journey. Reserve your VIP seat now, retirementonthebrink.com, 800-670-0366 to get on this list. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Northbound 65 on the south side. Crash after Raymond. Blocking the left lane, slowing us down to South Keystone Avenue. It's a 15-minute delay. Vehicle fire northeast side, northbound 69 at 82nd Street. Blocking 2 right lanes. Slow down back to 465. And the crash cleared. Coming in from Shelbyville to Indianapolis, westbound 74 at Acton Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now. Employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees. That it? 72, 73, 72 degrees. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, the time is 6:16.
Cindy Druba, office manager for CSE Morse, needed a paperless solution, so she called on Applied Innovation.
We weren't paperless, and more companies are going paperless, and we wanted to have the option.
How has Applied Innovation's DocuWare solution helped your staff?
It's nice to have everything at my fingertips. You know, I'm not, digging in this drawer, digging in that drawer. I can just put in my search criteria and up they pop.
Applied Innovation even helps scan your documents.
We had 7 years of stored records, bankers boxes upon bankers boxes, and we used Applied to have, they actually scanned and stored all those documents for us.
And the bottom line benefit to using Applied Innovation?
Saved us a lot of time and a lot of space. Time is money.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Join Sertoma Club of Greenwood for Wham Fest, a festival of wine, art, music, and microbrew this Saturday, August 16th at Greenwood's Craig Park. Wham Fest. Wine, art, music, microbrew, and food. Enjoy Phil Pearl, Jai Baker Trio, That 90s Band, and the Spasmatics at Wham Fest, noon to 8:30 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th at Craig Park in Greenwood. Tickets and more at whamfest.com. Presented by the Ray Skillman Automotive Group.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Guys, Low T Center has improved the quality of hundreds of thousands of men's lives across the country. Now women can enjoy the same life-changing, medically guided hormone therapy.
Imagine how great you'll both feel. FixMyLowT.com for information and to schedule an appointment.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
the same in my assessment of Ukraine and Russia. There is no conversation other than Ukraine, to get this war to end, will give up something. Land will be given up. And I do not believe there is another way for this to end without full-on American support, which means troops on the ground, and no one has the stomach for that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Full disclosure, I do not want troops on the ground. Although I have argued that if we're now going to be having a rare earth minerals deal and other things, deals with Ukraine, that should, I would think, necessitate some level of security force to protect these areas, which is like saying troops on the ground. I don't think that that's out of the realm. I don't think I'm speaking out of school there. Well, there is going to be a meeting in Alaska between Trump and Vladimir Putin. This after Steve Witkoff, the Middle East envoy, who seems to be the envoy to everything these days, went and met with Putin in the Kremlin. Now, what's going to happen from that meeting? Can't tell you. I do know that the Ukrainians remain firm that no peace deal can be achieved without input from Ukraine. And that's, I think, a legitimate argument. So the White House is considering inviting Zelensky to the meeting. The problem is Zelensky does not accept the idea that land is going to be lost, because Zelensky does not accept the idea that they have to fight this thing alone, win or lose. Their answer is permanent peacekeeping force, never lose. To the extent that even the Europeans see it that way, I don't think it's great. Ukraine and Europe have a counter proposal because Putin put forth a ceasefire plan. You can find it all at TonyKatz.com. I've, of course, got the show sheet daily over there. You can check it out. Their plan does not involve anything that the Russians proposed. The Russian plan says, hey, we've got these areas, Donetsk and Luhansk, and you've got some other areas that are now under Russian control. We'll just keep those, which is, of course, the goal to begin with. One of the things the Russians did give up, specifically, I should say Vladimir Putin gave up, was the idea that somehow the Ukrainian government had to be changed. That was part of his initial take, that you had to get rid of Vladimir Zelensky and this government. That demand has gone away. But the demand for land? Of course not. This was always about land because Russia is an expansionist power. From beginning to end, that's all Vladimir Putin is. You would have to be Tucker Carlson to think otherwise. He was wrong on that, wrong on Russian supermarkets, wrong on Israel, wrong on Iran. It has not been a good track record as of late. As of late. If he wants to have a conversation about not doing foreign aid, he's more than welcome to have that conversation. I think that's still, for most people, a 65-35 issue. I think it's more than 80-20, where people are like, why are we giving money to this group, this country, that country? This isn't necessary. And I think that that's an acceptable conversation. We can have talks about why do it and why not do it. But you take out the Iranian nuclear facilities and you're starting World War III. You're just working on behest of AIPAC in Israel. Okay, Ilhan Omar Carlson, stop it. Stop it. Guy's always been very nice to me. I certainly haven't spoken to him in years. We were never friends of that caliber, but I once had an idea. I said, hey, can I meet you? Can I talk to you about this? Met him in his office. That was, my God, forever ago. Was on his show a couple times. But never an issue. Just these things, I mean, it's really been a bad string. And I don't know what he's after. I don't know what he's looking for. I do know that his podcast is more popular than ever, which concerns me. Because this stuff is not valuable insight. I don't think it's a valuable insight to say that Ukraine isn't going to give up anything. You're the ones in the war. You're the ones in the fight. You got to, something's going to give. And I think it was Daniel Hannan, the British MP, member of parliament, who has said some incredibly good things, has had a really incredible run over the years of thoughts and policies that I thought were valuable. And he was saying that the idea that you are going to change borders based on warfare, based on force. Walk me through history. What else do borders change from? There could be there's geography, there's weather, there's catastrophe, sure. But of course borders change by force. As a matter of fact, I think history is going to show us a crap ton of examples of exactly that. So I don't know what he's talking about here. We can't let this happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. The only way it doesn't happen is if we're involved or NATO, again, us involved, puts an actual peacekeeping force to the east, the eastern side of Ukraine, and says to the Russians, come and get it. I just don't think that anybody has the stomach for that one. The long, protracted fight with the nuclear-armed Russia. I don't think they have the stomach for it. They meet Friday in Alaska. We'll cover the whole thing. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, northbound 69 at 82nd Street, a semi-fire blocking two right lanes, slowing us down to 465. South side, northbound 65 after Raymond. It's a crash blocking the left lane and stopping traffic back to Keystone Avenue. It's a 16-minute delay. And to remind you that the entrance and exit was southbound 65 and MLK shut down until early Wednesday morning. That's because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get the rest you deserve. A Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
There will no doubt be political shenanigans galore. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
So the heat's back. You know, it's like your mother-in-law. She's coming back. Wow, mother-in-law jokes this early, Tony? Come on, what's wrong with you? You can actually do something about your HVAC, though. You can make it work. You can make it work incredible. My gosh, I'm going to get emails. Masters Heating and Cooling, guys, they love your mother-in-law, and they want your mother-in-law to be cool and comfortable so she doesn't complain. Don't you want that, too? Wow, Tony, you're on a roll. Masters Heating and Cooling. We're talking about making sure you've got an AC system running at peak efficiency. So no matter what Indiana weather throws at you, your family is cool and comfortable. And Masters has flexible financing options. So if you need a new system, they have got you covered. You don't have to worry about a thing. You'll be able to take care of it and afford it. And Masters Heating and Cooling, 24/7 emergency service. So no matter what happens, day or night, they have got you covered, and your family, again, perfectly comfortable. Your mother-in-law is going to be so happy. Isn't that what's important? Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. My gosh, I cannot wait to see the emails on this. 317-567-9505. Call them. Tell them Tony Katz sent you, and tell them you want your mother-in-law cool and comfortable. Masters Heating and Cooling. 317-567-9505. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, this is Malia. We often get asked when is the best time to buy, and the answer is today, not tomorrow. With rising utility costs, rising product costs, and missed opportunity costs, which you could be saving with a high-efficiency system. Give us a call today to schedule your free in-depth estimate, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window, we mean business.
Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What President Trump is saying about D.C.'s crime problem. Nothing on radar, 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 92 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
1,000 National Guard troops could soon be deployed to the nation's capital. President Trump may make that decision as soon as today.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty reporting.
The proposal comes as the president says he's cracking down on crime in Washington. If deployed, troops are expected to help federal agents with various tasks. The president has already ordered more than 100 FBI agents to patrol alongside local police. A curfew in the district's Navy Yard area is also now in effect.
In Washington, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser says crime is not going up in the nation's capital. Over $500 million is up for grabs tonight in the Powerball drawing. Nobody has matched all the numbers during Saturday's drawing, so the estimated jackpot now stands at $501 million. The cash option, if that works for you, is to cash out at about $230 million. And the New York Mets will look back at a major date in music history later this week.
The New York Mets will celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Beatles' legendary Shea Stadium concert when they host the Seattle Mariners on August 15th for Beatles Night at Citi Field. The 1965 show was a milestone, making the Fab Four the first rock band to play a major stadium concert. The event was captured in the 50-minute documentary, The Beatles at Shea Stadium. At the time, the venue was home to both the Mets and the New York Jets. Members of the original game day staff from that historic night will throw out the first pitch, and after the game, fans can enjoy a Beatles-themed fireworks show. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Tonight in Indianapolis, the city's mayor, Joe Hogsett, will talk about his budget for the 26th year, which he says will increase slightly over last year. And there's curfew changes being talked about by Indianapolis City County councilors. They will vote on a new curfew after 2 kids were shot and killed on July 5th right here in downtown. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. After some revisions to the site and financing structure, construction is now underway on a youth sports complex that could serve as an economic catalyst for the city of New Haven and Allen County. City officials and developers with Noblesville-based Cardin Associates have broken ground on the $31 million project that will bring a major field house to the corridor near Interstate 469. Cardin Associates Vice President of Real Estate, Dan Connors.
At a high level, Senate Bill 1 could have an impact on the trajectory of the project, but hurdles are nothing new in the development community. And long-term, complicated public-private partnerships like this project is, big dreams come with big problems. And so, as always, we're intentionally looking for alternative paths.
Indianapolis-based Meta Impact, a software firm led by local tech veteran Scott McCorkle, has raised another $5 million in equity funding, some of which came from the company's own customers. The funding round, which closed July 1, was led by Atlanta, Georgia-based BIP Ventures. Money Magazine is out with its annual list of the best colleges in America, and nearly 20 Indiana schools made the cut. The publication analyzed more than 700 four-year colleges with a focus on affordability and student outcome. The University of Notre Dame, the only Indiana school to receive 5 stars. You can see the complete list at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Butler University will launch a standalone engineering program in the fall of next year, offering bachelor's degrees in mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and bioengineering. Housed in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the program will combine technical training with Butler's liberal arts curriculum. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Good morning, Gary. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, crash after Raymond Street, blocking a left lane, stopping traffic back to Keystone Avenue, a 19-minute delay. On the northeast side, it's northbound 69 after 82nd Street, semi-fire blocking 2 right lanes as is jammed. Back to the 465 interchange. Not a huge delay here. There is a slowdown as you make your way up to Fishers and Pendleton, wherever you might be going on northbound 69 this morning. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Barrow on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. Several Indianapolis Colts players went down with injuries at Sunday's training camp, and head coach Shane Steichen had little to nothing to say about their status.
Hip flexor for Nick Cross and Quiddy Pace dealing with a groin. I just heard a knee. I don't have any more for you. I just heard a knee.
What about Alec?
Alec had a growing. I think it happened in 7-on-7. I don't know how bad it is. I don't have a timetable on their return either.
And all 4 players left practice with groin, hip, and knee injuries, and the Colts getting ready for Saturday's preseason game against the Green Bay Packers, where Daniel Jones will start at quarterback.
He'll play a couple series, and then Anthony will finish the first half. Starters will play about a quarter. They're playing right now.
And Saturday's game kicks off at 1 o'clock in Portland, Oregon, Sunday.
Let's go! Oh, my goodness! Yes! Let's go, boys! You guys are the best! Woo!
Alex Palou secured his 4th straight IndyCar title Sunday on IndyCar Radio Network. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
911, what's your emergency?
In an emergency, voice is best. But what if you can't call?
Escalated domestic disturbance reported east of downtown. Be advised, alert was received by a 911 emergency text. Caller is hiding in a closet and can't use her voice.
When the situation is too dangerous to make a call, text to 911. Capability Now helps Hoosiers. But in most emergencies, voice is still best.
My sister's not breathing. Please hurry.
In the last 5 years, Hoosiers have used text capability in over 1 million 911 sessions. It's of great help to the deaf and speech impaired and to those in select dangerous situations. Thanks to the statewide 911 board, Indiana leads the nation with all 92 counties having in- and outbound text capability. For more, visit in911.net.
It's good to hear your voice. Help is on the way.
911. Before you text, voice is best.
It's the little old lady from Tijuana.
So are we about to see a special session on redistricting? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Live stream happening over there, YouTube, 93 WIBC is where you find us. Or is it at WIBC? Anyway, just look for WIBC and you'll find us on the YouTubes right there. Super easy to do. And August 23rd, myself, Nick Searcy, actor, producer, from Hollywood to the Heartland. Man, it was a very good weekend of ticket sales. Going strong. We're going to get to sell out. It's going to happen. Get your tickets right now. Tickets.tonykatz.com. The barbecue, the bourbon from West Fork Whiskey, the cigars, desserts from Circle City Sweets. Great sponsors on board. I'll talk about all of it with Premier Arms, PA Jewelers, Boer Remodeling, Just Add Water Boats, and Defiance Beef. Oh, wait till you hear about Defiance Beef. It's an incredible night. August 23rd. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Tickets.tonykatz.com or go to WIBC.com. Get your tickets. Do that immediately. Do not be left out. Don't let that happen. You have this visit, this mysterious visit from the vice president. Nobody answers questions. Everything's behind closed doors. I don't mind that they had a private meeting. The meeting doesn't have to be for everybody. That's fine. The whole cloak and dagger of walking through the Capitol and in and out, that's odd. That is an odd thing to do. Because it was known he was coming. And then he kept everything quiet. It was just awkward. All right, leave it there. Are they now going to have a special session to redraw the lines in the state of Indiana? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Do I want it? I don't know that I don't want it. I don't know when did we redo the lines 4 years ago? To redo them again might be seen as improper. It might not be Indiana's fight. But I would be kind of loath to not see them at least look at it, because Indiana Republicans are so bad at fighting on any subject. Maybe I'm just impressed they've picked something to kind of be tough on. What? Property taxes? No. Cigar taxes? No. I mean, you full-on attacked the industry that I adore. You did. Republicans did this. You did. There's not a one of you who gets to say, well, that wasn't what we did. It's exactly what you did. Oh, we have a shortfall. Go after the smokers. No, go after lawyers and people who eat kale. Leave me alone. But you didn't leave me alone. So now you got to deal with it. And if you think you're innocent, you're not. And if you think you did nothing wrong, you're wrong. That's all. That's all. Well, Tony, you come and do this. Boo-boo, I wouldn't raise the taxes. No. The answer's no. My God, one standard that Republicans could have. Try it. But a special session about this. And I know the argument. We weren't willing to do this to get a better deal on property taxes. They are two indeed different things. Redistricting and property taxes are two different things for two different purposes and have two different political fallouts. Worthy of noting. Now, the question to ask yourself is, does that have any effect on you? Maybe it makes you more angry. Maybe it makes you more disgusted. Everything's possible. I just don't know what here is probable, because I do not know what moves this Republican Party. The voters, Hoosiers, or the federal, and what might not be coming our way if we don't. I don't know if that's part of this deal or not. Again, I don't know anything about the deal because it was all done in secret, even the conversation itself. So my advice is grab a bourbon. Let's wait and see, because that's really all we can do anyway. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
From red carpets to red states, actor Nick Searcy has seen it all. He starred in the FX TV show Justified and movies like The Fugitive and Castaway. But what he saw in Hollywood and Washington, D.C. changed everything. He'll join Tony Katz for one night of unfiltered stories, sharp insight, and a little bourbon on the side. From Hollywood to the Heartland. Saturday, August 23rd at West Fork Whiskey Company. Brought to you by Premier Arms and Boer Remodeling. Tickets on sale now at WIPC.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony. The south side, northbound 65 after Raymond. Left lane is blocked, stopping traffic to Keystone Avenue. Delay is ballooned to 25 minutes. Northeast side, a semi-fire blocking 2 right lanes. This is northbound 69 at 82nd Street. Again, 2 right lanes blocked and traffic backed up to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Big stories locally, big moves in Washington. WIBC.com keeps you updated throughout the day with all the news that matters, plus traffic, weather, and more on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are. It's news when you need it.
Hello, Matt Bear here for Concord Exteriors. Beautify your home. Make your neighbors jealous. You need a fresh new look. Raise the value of your home. New siding by Concord Exteriors is the answer, from James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles. The experienced pros at Concord have the choices, all of the choices, plus a lifetime workmanship warranty. Help your home find the fountain of roof. For your free estimate, call Concord Exteriors at 317-ROOFING or visit ConcordExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay,
Oh,
deep
high
breath.
Five, high five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm, totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Look, we've all been feeling the heat, and that's why this is the perfect time to make that call to Universal Windows Direct so they can help you stay cool in your home throughout the rest of the summer and warm in your home all winter long. And this is the perfect time to call because what an incredible deal going on with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free. There's no limit. Got 8 windows that need replacing? You only pay for 4. It's that simple. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's right, 60 months of 0 interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but affordable too. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and most importantly, schedule a totally free, no hassle, no obligation in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today, 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago Senator Dick Durbin. And now Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. Today, consumers have thousands of choices in credit cards, all with equal, strong security. But Durbin's plan is less competition and less security. And that means more risk for your credit and your identity. Tell Republicans in Congress, stop Dick Durbin's takeover of your credit card before it's too late.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Turn the gray sky blue. I can make it rain whenever I wanted to. Oh, I can build a castle from a single grain of sand. I can make a ship.
So when is Trump expected to have this presser today about D.C., where all the scuttlebutt, to the extent that butts do indeed scuttle, is that Trump is going to say, yeah, we're taking the city back. Sorry, we don't care about your mayor or anything else. This is the District of Columbia, and we need to have ourselves a city that is safe. So we're taking over. Have a nice day, which they can. D.C. exists as D.C. is an act of Congress, right? So they can do what they want. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. District of Columbia Home Rule Act of 1973. No, that's the Council of the District of Columbia. But when is the District of Columbia? Yeah, it's District of Columbia, Act of Congress, 1790. Got it. So therefore, they can make these decisions. Now, there's a philosophy that one of the things that should happen is that D.C. in and of itself has outgrown a level of usefulness. And what needs to change is we need to take the vast majority of the district and return it to Maryland, keeping a strip that basically goes from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol and maybe a little further to include the Supreme Court. And that's the district. That is in and of itself its own world. And everything else is the state of Maryland, to the extent that you're going to give anything on that side of the Potomac to Virginia. In any case, statehood is right out. I know what the license plates say, taxation without representation. I used to live there. I still have one of the plates. But this is one of the ways around that. You're Maryland now. Have a nice day. Maryland might say, my gosh, you're creating such issues for us, but wow, what a wonderful tax base. In any case, Trump's argument seems to be this city is a complete and total unmitigated disaster. And you, Marilyn Bowser, and you, the city, can't fix this. The homeless issue, the crime issue, Trump ordering the homeless out. Well, I don't think you order the homeless out. What you have to do is make a decision that closing the asylums didn't work, and those things have to reopen. And we have to figure out how we're going to handle this in public-private partnership, or is this a government thing in and of itself? People can't be on the streets, and you cannot have systems that reward any level of being on the streets. For the sake of clarity, people living on the streets is a problem. This is going to lead us to our conversation about the homeless right here in Indianapolis, because today is the day the encampment there in Fountain Square has to be gone. It was going to close the encampment today, so we're going to keep our eyes on it. This is not good for the city. This is not good for the people who live here. Why is it that they're homeless, and how do we address some root causes? People down in their luck, I believe we can do that. I believe we can do it through public-private. I think we can do it just charity in general. People who are mentally ill, people who are addicted, can't be on the streets. Well, they have the right to no. That is not how any society thrives. I didn't say you should dismiss these people. I said they can't be allowed to live on the streets. And the argument of, well, who are you to stop them? A society stops many people from doing many things. Remember, we are a liberty society, not a freedom society. There's a difference between the two things. I prefer the liberty society. I understand it means a certain giving up of things. I believe you get a better life overall from it than the quote-unquote freedom society, which could be more anarchy related. I mean, if we break it down, I'm happy to do that with everybody. You can't just let people live on the streets and engage in a level of terrorizing other people, in a level of destruction, a level of blight. I believe that broken windows are indeed a problem and need to be fixed, because broken windows lead to other broken windows. And I think mathematically, and I think that politically, I can prove that. Certainly, philosophically, I can prove it. Is philosophically the right word? I can still prove it. Let's see what happens in our own Indianapolis. Let's see what happens in D.C. If he's live with that during Tony Katz today, I'll cover it. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
South side, northbound 65 after Raymond crash, blocking the left lane. Stopping us back to South Keystone Avenue. Delay time now at 22 minutes. Northbound 69, vehicle fire. Semi-fire after 82nd, blocking two right lanes. Slow down back to 75th. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation, and it's the end of summer here in Indy, and your AC is working overtime just trying to keep your house cool and comfortable. What can you do to make a difference? Replace your old or builder-grade windows with new ones from Window Nation. Schedule a consult and get 50% off all window styles, plus you could even get them with zero down, zero payment, zero interest for 2 years, which makes Window Nation more affordable on average than other companies.
Window Nation's windows are made from high-quality materials, so they won't let the cool air out during the hot summer. They're so good, they're backed with a lifetime warranty, and they can install them in 1 day or less. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 3 million windows installed, you can trust Window Nation for quality and service. But you have to hurry. This 50% off window sale ends soon, so don't miss out. Schedule your estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the soundtrack of summer.
And new memories are waiting at your Indiana State Fair.
Your Indiana State Fair is closed today. Fair Fun returns with $2 Tuesday presented by Indiana Secretary of State. $2 rides, $2 food, and $2 admission. It's the greatest deal of the summer. Plan your trip at IndianaStateFair.com.
Sounds like fun. Your Indiana State Fair, presented by Get Prepared Indiana.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808. Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why several teenagers could be criminally charged as adults in Carmel, why Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett says the city is going to need more of your money. And what the Indianapolis Colts have to say about their mental health awareness campaign after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
They have to step up the pressure on Russia. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says this morning, that Russia shows no signs of stopping the war and concessions won't stop them. This is European foreign ministers meet today, insisting that Friday's summit between President Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Alaska has to include Ukraine, or else there can be no peace deal.
We're going to try to find some negotiated settlement that the Ukrainians and the Russians can live with.
Vice President Vance tells Fox Sunday Morning Futures,
both the Russians and the Ukrainians probably at the end of the day are going to be unhappy with it.
Israel came under a lot of pressure at a UN Security Council meeting where other countries denounced a plan to escalate the war into Gaza City, but Deputy Ambassador Jonathan Miller insists
Israel's goal is not to take over Gaza, but to free Gaza from Hamas.
An Israeli strike in Gaza killed several journalists, including one from Al Jazeera that Israel claims is a Hamas commander, which Al Jazeera and other journalist organizations deny. Later this morning, President Trump will hold a news conference on his plan to send in more federal law enforcement to fight crime in Washington.
He's interested in being in neighborhoods, in fighting crime in neighborhoods.
Now, that's D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser on MSNBC. She says violent crime is down in Washington. The president, in a Truth Social post, called her a good person, but crime numbers have gotten worse, and the nation's capital gets dirtier and less attractive. In another post,
the president sent out photos of homeless encampments in Washington, D.C. He wrote, "The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol." He also issued an executive order last month on homelessness, encouraging states to prioritize funding for programs that enforce camping bans and require sobriety and treatment.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. There's flooding in parts of the Midwest. Some people needed to be rescued from the high water in Milwaukee. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Shots fired in Carmel and now arrests in the case. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 7:02. 5 teenagers arrested Sunday after a Saturday shooting in an area in Carmel between 126th Street and Carmel Drive. Police say they found a man on Saturday suffering from gunshot wounds. Several people took off from the scene, and now police say they've arrested several kids, including 17-year-olds and 14-year-olds. The 17-year-old is facing charges of attempted murder. The 14-year-old kids are facing firearm and intimidation charges. A man was killed on Sunday night in Indianapolis after being shot on the east side of the city. Police were called to a neighborhood not far from South Arlington Avenue, and there they found a man suffering from gunshot wounds. He died at the hospital. Officers believe that this started as a result of a family dispute, and they have detained one person of interest. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett will present the latest budget to the City County Council tonight. John Herrick reports on what's in it.
Hogsett says the budget for 2026 maintains investments in public safety, infrastructure, and economic development. Public safety is supposed to get a 6% increase from last year, and Public Works is also supposed to get a 4% boost from a year ago. Hogsett claims the budget is fully balanced. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indianapolis Colts owner Kalen Jackson says bringing more teams into the Kicking the Stigma campaign is helping opening up the conversation about mental health and even more.
The Packers are in this year.
Let's go. What are they doing?
So we're similar. We're doing the shirts for coaching staff doing during practice or joint practice, but they're also going to be doing a joint service project again like we've done. They're going to be boxing Narcan kits.
And Jackson speaking to FanDuel TV.
To me, having teams continually join us in this effort is so meaningful, and it really showcases to their fans too. Everyone who's done it with us so far have had the best response.
It's everywhere,
and it's wonderful.
The late Colts owner Jim Irsay started the campaign back in 2020. Kicking the Stigma campaign is twofold. Jackson says it's about raising awareness about the prevalence of mental health disorders and also giving organizations more power and resources to treat those who suffer with mental health illness. Heat will take over the state Monday. What about rain?
Monday, we're not really expecting anything except for maybe towards the end of the day across the northwest portions of the state. Chances become a little bit more widespread on Tuesday, and then we're going to see some lingering showers into Wednesday.
And that's forecaster Andrew White at the National Weather Service. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65 on the south side. Crash after Raymond Street has been pushed out of the left lane. We still have a delay back to South Keystone Avenue of 13 minutes. That's starting to wind down, though. We still have traffic going through that area because it is a construction zone, so please keep that in mind. Northeast side, northbound 69 at 82nd. Semi-fire blocking 2 right lanes. Stop and go traffic back to 465, and then continues to be slow as you try to exit from northbound 465 to northbound 69. That's slow down back to East 56th Street. And a reminder, the entrance and exit ramp southbound 65 and MLK shut down until early Wednesday morning about 6 a.m. We'll let you know when those kick back open. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
And sunny, hot, and humid for today, rerunning what we saw this weekend. The high temperature right around 90 degrees tonight, mostly clear, not much relief in the overnight hours with low temperatures in the lower 70s. Now, the only chance of relief in the next couple of days is scattered rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday. Partly cloudy skies, scattered showers and storms, favoring the afternoon and evening hours. Severe weather is not expected, and this is the type of rain chance not everyone gets the relief. On Wednesday, scattered showers and storms, high temperatures in the mid-80s, and by the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, nearing 90, mostly sunny and hot.
That is Ryan Morse of Wish TV. Ryan, thank you. Appreciate it. 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:07. So you've got Joe Hogsett presenting his budget. $1.7 billion. I believe $1.65 billion of that is to teach his staff not to abuse women. What? What, is he going to deny it? Is he going to deny that he's a disgusting person who hires a disgusting staff that gets engaged in disgusting things and they still stay? What is more pathetic? Is it that Joe Hogsett's staff stays with him? Or is it that Diego Morales' staff stays with him? I mean, there's an argument to be made here that one is indeed more pathetic than the other. I mean, we can play the game that has been sweeping the nation, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, it's time for everybody's newest game show. What's More Pathetic? It's a show where we take more than one pathetic thing, compare them, and you decide what's more pathetic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, Mr. Tony Katz.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, please keep your pants on, ladies. This isn't the Family Feud. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. I have been doing that. That goes back to my days of doing weekends in St. Louis. The voice there is actually of Kane. If you know the name Kane, that's Dana Lash's producer. When I was doing weekends, he was my weekend producer as well, and he was doing Dana before Dana moved to Texas and everything else. So that's Kane. That's how old that is. That's how long I've been doing that. I don't know. I don't know if it is indeed people who have stuck with Joe Hogsett or people who have stuck with Diego Morales. I will admit, the Hogsett people are at least more quiet. Lindsey Eaton going full Tokyo Rose is not something I had on my bingo card. What a place. What a place. The $1.7 billion budget. 4% spending cuts across many city agencies protecting public safety. This due to revenue funding changes that come from the state. At least that's how it's described. The state might agree or disagree, I would argue, with that. How does a city deal with quote-unquote revenue shortfalls? It's a great question. How do you deal with these things? The one thing that the city has always discussed, where I think they actually have an argument, is people from other places drive into the city to work in the city. How come they aren't responsible for some of the upkeep of the city? I think that's still a unique argument. And the idea that other counties dismiss it, well, I'm not surprised by this. Why would they want to pay any of that? However, that doesn't mean that they're correct. That argument worked really well right up until about March of 2020. How many people now have their business situated downtown, coming into Indianapolis? So would that number now go down because less people are coming? Working from home, changing locations, all sorts of things. Further, how is the city going to deal with the fact that they don't have enough employees? There's this whole conversation that if you are a city employee, you have to live in Marion County. I didn't know this. And there are people, Republicans want to remove this, call it an ordinance, from the books. So therefore you can hire people. And Hogsett's like, nope, I'll veto it. Nope, we can't have that. Do you want the people or not? Do you want the employees or not? They don't exist where you are. And if you ask why people don't live in Marion County, Mayor Hogsett, the call's coming from inside the house. That's you. You're the reason. Bob Bosley is the reason. Allie Brown is the reason. Jesse Brown is the reason. You're the reason. 12 years, almost 12 years of your rule. People don't want to live here. It's you. You're the problem. I'm glad we could point that out. By the way, what's more pathetic? Jesse Brown being a Marxist or Jesse Brown wearing a keffiyeh?
And now, it's time for everybody's newest game show. What's more pathetic?
We'll just say Jesse Brown and move on with our day. From politics to hate, that guy is unrivaled. But the people who stay with Joe Hogsett, that's something else. That is something else. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Trajan Wealth. And think you're ready for retirement, do you? Think again. Retirement on the Brink. It's a new documentary presented by Trajan Wealth. Uncovers what the industry won't. Premier seats are filling fast. You can reserve your VIP seat today at retirementonthebrink.com at Flick's Brew House in Carmel, September 25th at 6 p.m. Call 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. We talked about Trajan Wealth's core philosophies like low expenses, manager tenure, and tax efficiency, key qualities that convinced me to become a client of Trajan Wealth. So I'm excited that they're hosting this movie premiere. The new documentary is called Retirement on the Brink, perfect for those nearing retirement or just starting out on their investment journey. Reserve your VIP seat now, retirementonthebrink.com, 1-800-670-0366 to get on this list. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
For the first time ever, Low T Center is now offering hormone replacement therapy for women. Low T doesn't just affect guys. In fact, testosterone can benefit women as well. Other treatment options are available to help women balance their hormones and bring back balance to their life with in-center and at-home treatment options. Find out which treatment center is right for you at Low T Center. Ladies can come to any Low T Center, get a test that includes a full hormone panel and further analysis to treat the whole patient, looking at lab results and how you feel to create a personalized hormone therapy plan just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine how much better you'll feel when your hormone levels are restored. Guys, if you haven't taken your T test yet, then what are you waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, both, it's time to take control of your health with Low T Center. For more information about men getting their lives back or balancing women's hormones for a better you, book that appointment right now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Traffic on the 5s and Matthew Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, crash out of the interstate, Tony, on the south side, northbound 65 after Raymond. That traffic has moved into the construction delay. Now stop and go before Raymond into the south split. And we've gone from a delay of about 25 minutes to just one, so things have improved dramatically there on the south side. Northeast side, northbound 69 at East 82nd Street. That's a semi-fire that blocks two right lanes, jamming traffic to 465, 4 or 5 minute delay. And then northbound 465 slow because of that semi-fire from Penn Pike up to I-69, delayed 12 minutes to make that peel off to I-69. Crash Keystone Avenue at East 62nd Street. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops. Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drink. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and nonstop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack? Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love
Popcorn Moment brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. Do we have to wait? Can we just get into it? Do we have to tease it? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The Popcorn Moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Really quick, this whole story about Billy Long being removed as the IRS commissioner just 2 months into the job, he is now going to become the ambassador to Iceland. So if you ask me, hey, is that a demotion? The answer is yeah. Yeah, it is. There's no question that it's a demotion. The question is, why did it happen? There is what's the word I'm looking for? There is a rumor out there. That the Trump administration wanted some specific information relating to taxes of people in the country illegally, and the IRS wouldn't turn it over. And so, therefore, he was removed. I can't tell you if that's true. Billy Long's former congressman from Missouri and is now going to be moving over to be the ambassador of Iceland. Scott Bessent is going to be leading the IRS as Treasury Secretary on an interim basis. He's trying to get as many titles as Marco Rubio has. Basically, that's what's happening there. So that was an interesting story, and I think some people wanted to create some drama for that for like a half a minute, and then nothing came up of it. Absolutely nothing. Then there was this. I wasn't going to do a whole redistricting conversation. You know what? I'm going to hold the redistricting conversation. I'm going to hold that because J.B. Pritzker was an absolute treat. Can I share with you Senator Kelly of Arizona talking about the border? When something is working, stop trying to make people think that it's not working. It's a very odd thing. America favors what's happening with the border. And the political left keeps pushing back on this.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
In this case, fetch has happened. The border is a success. The stopping of people crossing illegally, the removal of people from the country, the arrests of those who are here illegally, it's a success. The argument from the left is that it is possible that someone got caught up in it. This is their argument, that someone got caught up in it. This is Senator Mark Kelly.
I think right now I think you have to draw a distinction with what is going on at the border and enforcing border security and making sure fentanyl isn't coming through our southern border, but also the smuggling of migrants. That wasn't working. But rounding up people in their communities and mass deportation and ICE agents showing up masked at schools. I've been trying to help out a kid that's in detention. He was 14 years old. He lives in Chandler, Arizona, and he was picked up going to school. I had another situation here with a kid who was on his Little League trip in a baseball tournament. Border Patrol pulls over the vehicle, identifies the brown kid. He winds up in lockup.
The brown kid. We get it. We get it. Like, you actually care about brown kids, Senator Kelly. Don't. If you cared about brown kids and black kids, you would have been talking about the border when Joe Biden was in office. But you didn't, and Representative Ocasio-Cortez didn't, although she takes those photo ops and she cries at the border wearing all white like she's going to a Memorial Day party. You don't care about black and brown kids. Who are you kidding? I would say it to your face without any hesitation. You, Senator Mark Kelly, don't care about black and brown children. Please don't bring that up. You didn't care when Joe Biden was in office. Now, if I miss something, I'll be the first guy to apologize. But as a party, you don't care. Ocasio-Cortez, Representative Ocasio-Cortez doesn't care. But I think that we have a real story time here where you want us to feel bad because a kid going to school was arrested. Couple things. Should the kid have been in the country? That's number one. That's a legitimate question. How did they get to the country? Number two, if my kids, your kids, sell lemonade without a permit, police come and shut us down. Can I help you, Senator Kelly? This is the argument you want to make? This is the argument you want to make. I have kids all across the country who go without, who are American citizens, who have issues, who are American citizens, who get abused by the system, American citizens. Were these kids in the country legally or not? Where are their parents? Where are their guardians? What's going on here? With all due respect, we're dealing with a large-scale problem that both parties ignored, and your party exacerbated over 4 years because you were unwilling to state that Joe Biden wasn't competent and wasn't capable of being president, and Alejandro Mayorkas was a joke of a human being, a joke of a Homeland Security Secretary. You don't have an argument here. You don't have anything close to an argument here. And if this is what you want to try and sell America, you're more than welcome to try and sell America this. But it won't connect with a single swing voter. You cannot gain a vote. You can only lose votes with this concept. So I don't know, just keep doing it. But my gosh. Lots of ways American citizens get abused. And kids. No commentary on that? Only about they went after the brown kid? You're kidding nobody. You only care about black and brown kids when it's good for your politics. Otherwise, you don't care. And I believe your own actions and the actions of Representative Ocasio-Cortez and the actions of the Democratic Party writ large prove that. Anytime you want to discuss it, Senator, I'm right here. Happy to do it. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matty?
All right, checking out the east side. It's northbound 465. That's stop-and-go traffic from Penn Pike up to I-69. Couple of problems here. Broken down semi on the end of the entrance from East 56th Street. So counter the right shoulder, right lane-ish blocked here at the moment. That's going to create that slowdown to Penn Pike. And after that, you are still loaded up and slow from Fall Creek up to I-69. That's because of a semi-fire we have on northbound 69 north of 82nd Street, blocking two right lanes, causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-69. Inbound 69 slow after 116th Street down to 82nd. That's a 5-minute delay. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, slow before Raymond into the south split end. On the east side, northbound 465 slow from 74 to Washington. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window owned, employee owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon. It's Monday Gun Day. Guy Relford will join us, and the biggest stories of the weekend and an Indy. 93 WIBC.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The Indiana State Fair. It is a Hoosier masterpiece, a summer tradition like no other. I love the fair, the food, the concerts, more food, the tap room, the dairy bar, and coming up on August 14th, it's AAA Hoosier Motor Club Day, where AAA Hoosier Motor Club members get in free. AAA Day at the Indiana State Fair. You don't pay admission, just show your AAA card, and you are in for a full day of fun. And also going on right now is your chance to win a free music vacation with AAA's Ultimate Concert Sweepstakes. This includes 2 concert tickets to any Live Nation venue in the United States, plus airfare, hotel, and $200 to spend. Register online or on AAA Hoosier Motor Club's social media page. And if you subscribe to receive AAA Hoosier Motor Club emails, you get 5 additional entries. Visit AAA.com or call 844-GO, AAA GO, or stop by that local AAA office.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why the Texas governor wants some state representatives in jail. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says he's ready to use his authority to bring Democratic lawmakers back to Austin.
Governor Abbott says as long as the Texas legislature is in session, he believes state Democrats are shirking their elected duty by staying out of the state. Abbott said on Fox News Sunday he will keep calling special sessions to ensure that.
That's Fox News reporter Gurnell Scott.
And should those Democrats come home,
they will be arrested and taken to the Capitol. Now, if they want to evade that arrest, they're going to have to stay outside of the state of Texas for literally years. And they might as well just start voting in California or voting in Illinois, wherever they may be.
Governor Abbott is seeking help from out-of-state agencies to arrest Texas Democrats and bring them back to address the redistricting he calls critical legislation.
And President Trump has suggested the FBI might help bring some of those Texas politicians back to the state. President Trump said Sunday he wants to boot homeless people out of the nation's capital. Fox's Jill Nato.
In a Truth Social post, the president sent out photos of homeless encampments in Washington, D.C. He wrote, "The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol." He also issued an executive order last month on homelessness, encouraging states to prioritize funding for programs that enforce camping bans and require sobriety and treatment. In response, the National Homelessness Law Center has been saying we need housing and health care, not handcuffs and budget cuts. Jill Nato, Fox News.
The union representing CDC workers says they want the federal government to do more to fight misinformation surrounding vaccines. This comes after somebody killed a police officer who they blame the COVID-19 vaccination for making them depressed and suicidal. They went to the CDC headquarters on Friday and started shooting. An 11-year-old California girl is recovering after being bitten by a mountain lion outside of her home in Malibu. It happened on Sunday afternoon while the girl was feeding chickens. She was rushed to the hospital after being bitten on the arm and is expected to be okay. 2 people shot and killed in the driveway of a home in Owen County on Saturday afternoon. Here's Jake McDaniel.
The 2 victims were identified presumably as Jeffrey
Fauber, and Granham Adam Chandler.
Owen County Sheriff Ryan White says a boy was detained after he walked in the lobby of a sheriff's department and told deputies about the shooting.
They were located in Morgan County. The subject is presumed to be a juvenile, therefore we cannot talk about the identity of the person.
White says if you live in Owen County, you are safe and there are no further threats to be concerned of at this time. Jake McDaniel, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
If you don't play the Powerball, you may want to start now. Tonight's drawing is worth over $500 million. If you cash out, you could win $230 million. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
The competitive endurance, right, in these hot weather practices like this, you got to battle through, right? We had some 2-minute situations, some sudden change situations, some got-to-have-it situations.
Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen speaking Sunday after quarterback Anthony Richardson returned to practice. Actually, he returned to practice on Saturday after dislocating his pinky in last week's preseason game. One guy who Steichen really likes is defensive end Laiatu Latu.
His pass rush ability has been phenomenal. The way he moves, his Euro chop, speed to power, you can see the development going into year 2, so really looking forward to him.
And Steichen says Daniel Jones will get the start at quarterback Saturday against the Green Bay Packers in preseason game number 2. With guards Sidney Colson and Ari McDonald sidelined for the rest of the season, the Fever have signed veteran guard Odyssey Sims to a hardship deal. The Fever hosts the Dallas Wings on Tuesday. And Alex Palou secured his 4th straight IndyCar title Sunday with a 3rd-place finish at the Grand Prix of Portland. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Yeah, looking at northbound 69. That is a semi-fire at East 82nd Street, blocking 2 right lanes, slowing us down. Back to the I-69 interchange. And right now on northbound 465, we're stop-and-go traffic after I-70 up to I-69. And in that delay is a breakdown right now. Looks like a semi that's broken down right around East 56th Street. It's on the right side of the interstate. Right now to go on northbound 465 from I-70 to 69 is an 18-minute delay. Southbound 65 slows after 38th Kessler down to MLK. Northbound 465 slow 86th Street to 865. And Southside Construction Zone northbound 65 slow after Keystone into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now. Employee-owned B Window means business up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:36.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where
Today on the marketplace, log cabin living. I love the idea of this. I just don't think I'm the guy for this, but I can be convinced. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. Honestly, it's that final paycheck you never got. It's that refund you didn't even know you were expecting. It's all with the Attorney General's office. They set up IndianaUnclaimed.gov. You go get your cash. Fast, easy, free to use. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony. Text Tony to 46220. Get your cash today. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. On the marketplace, over there at Facebook because it's capitalism. Capitalism is good. They got weird stuff, odd stuff, strange stuff, kooky stuff, all sorts of stuff. I bought, I've sold, I've done it all. And this, Matt Bear, this is special, by the way. If you want to see Matt Bear in the size small shirt he's wearing today, head on over to the live stream on Twitter X at 93WIBC or YouTube WIBC, and you'll see him there. That is bought in the baby section. That is actually half a onesie.
You remember Babies R Us when they were open? That's where I used to shop.
Right. Right. Babies and challenged emotionally are us.
Yes, absolutely.
That was Matt Bear's store of choice.
Oh, yeah, as if you're not emotionally challenged.
I am not emotionally challenged. I am many ways challenged, not emotionally. Not emotionally. I only get. Don't get me wrong. I get emotional. I find myself when I think about things I've done in the past. When I think about like as a kid, like handling things, I'm like, man, I shouldn't have done that. Man, I can't believe I did that. That kind of stuff will actually make me lose my breath for a moment. I don't know if I'm the only one that happens to.
It's not.
Like, I could be driving and think of something I did when I was 16. Be like, why would I have done that? And I lose my head. Like, takes me a minute to get back.
I have this thing where I think about my second grade teacher I told a lie about and got everybody in trouble, and it just pops in my head out of nowhere, and I'm like, why did you do that? And I'm like, dude, you were 8.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It makes no sense. Did you also have Mrs. Douglas?
Yes, the Mrs. Douglas. Yes, it was before Zoom.
I had Mrs. Douglas in second grade, and then Mrs. Lansdale in first grade, Miss Cole Morgan in the third grade.
Yeah, she would wheel in those big TV towers, they were huge with the big box TVs. So she was a
and
good
then
teacher.
And then Mrs. Murphy in the fourth grade, but then she died.
Oh, good job.
It wasn't me. It was my parents, which is one day a story I will tell. My parents take credit for ending the lives of 2 teachers. Story, that is a story I will get to another day. Right now, my mother is listening to the show and saying, I can't believe he's talking about this, while she is laughing maniacally. It's a really dark story.
Most parents brag about their kids' academic or athletic achievements, not yours.
It's totally coincidence. I swear. Wink, wink. I swear. It's very weird. I'll tell the story one day. Matt Bear, what do you think about getting yourself a cabin?
I love cabins. I love sod. I love living like the settler. And it's I would love to live in a log cabin. I think it'd be beautiful. Make my own food.
This is a listing in Metamora, Indiana. Do you know where that is?
Yes, I do. It's in southern eastern Indiana. It's like by Brookville, kind of. It's south of Rushville.
You are absolutely correct about that.
Mm-hmm.
That is unbelievable.
I am traffic.
You truly are. It is to the southeast, by the way. It is south of Rushville, north of Versailles, on the way to Cincinnati.
Versailles used to be a capital of Indiana.
Okay, this is a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bath house with central AC, gas heating, laundry in the building, fireplace, everything. And here's what I figured out. It is a cabin next to other cabins in a row of cabins that I don't think you live in. I think it's commercial. And they have like a business in there where they sell knickknacks and bric-a-brac.
Oh, what is bric-a-brac?
It's like a knick-knack, but, fancier.
Just a fancy knick-knack. That's all it is. This is a commune of cabins.
It is a commune of cabins. I thought from the listing it was a cabin that you could, live in and stuff. So the question was, how do you feel about getting a cabin for $129,999?
I love the idea. I would probably get a semi-2 and move the cabin. Maybe close to the circle. On the circle.
On the circle.
Right.
Yeah, I'd just put it on the circle next to the monument because they still have a little room there where the fountain used to be. So I think I'm going to put it there. But I want this. I definitely want this. I'm in. I'm in for the full price.
Are you like a lake cabin guy? Like if you had your druthers, would you have a lake house?
No, because I kind of did that when I was younger in my 20s.
I've already done that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't mine. It was my folks, and I really enjoyed it. But, now I'm kind of picturing like a southern Indiana in the hills kind of thing, with rolling hills and mountains and stuff like that. Yeah.
So the cabin idea, just not a lake, the hills.
I would take one.
Right.
Somebody gave me one, I'd be like, hell yes, let's go Geist.
Yeah, no one's giving you a cabin.
On Geist?
No one's giving you a cabin on Geist. 9,000 square foot cabin.
I'd take good care of it.
Yeah, I don't want a lake house. I just want friends with lake houses.
That's a great idea.
And maybe an invite. It wouldn't kill you. My God.
You'll make the brisket.
Right now, as far as being friends go, all you guys with lake houses, you all suck. By the way, this is how you make friends and influence
This is
people.
not how you get an invitation.
This is science right here. This is an important lesson, kids going to school. When somebody has something that you want to be invited to, don't be afraid to say, hey, if you don't invite me, you suck. Don't be afraid, right? This is nothing more than your teacher, Tony Katz, helping you to be a better person. Piece of cake.
I love
Done. By the way, parents, you're welcome. We'll have these educational moments with your kids every day they go to school this year. It's fantastic. Later, Matt Baer with dating advice.
Yes. Boy, that'll get you out of a relationship real quick.
Yep. Also, he'll teach your kids the proper level of creatine.
Don't start taking it until you're 12. No, 21. 21. Sorry.
Sure. Don't listen to either one of us. Matt Baer has traffic.
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the South Split because of road construction. If you're on northbound 465 in Lawrence, you're sitting there at the moment. I'm sorry about that. Northbound 465 stop and go traffic from 70 to 69 is a 22-minute delay. And at East 56th Street, you will see a solid semi on the right side of the interstate, so that's helping slow us down here at the moment. And then we have a semi-fire on northbound 69 after 82nd Street, blocking 2 right lanes, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 465. Northwest side, northbound 465 stop-and-go from 79th up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B-Window right now. Employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store. And ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Recovery is a journey, and no one walks it alone. The Supporting Sobriety podcast helps friends and families understand addiction, offer support, and care for themselves along the way. Hosted by Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional. Their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus, September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com.
You're not going to let him stop us. Are you with me on that? Ándale. It also means, as Mark was saying earlier, we don't await the punch thrown by these would-be fascists to land. We punch first, and we punch harder.
That's Beto O'Rourke. The Democrats have run out of people. They've run out of messaging. They're going back to this loser, who has now told his audience, don't worry about the rules, blank the rules, we're going to win whatever it takes. He is proactively advocating for redistricting to drop all Republican seats in every state. That's what he's advocating for. I thought redistricting was wrong. Turns out, nope, it's only wrong when Republicans do it. That leads to the Politico headline. Oh, do I have that in the show sheet? Tony Katz. Tony Katz today. Good to be with you. It is certifiable. Oh, I got to find it. I must have it. Politico had a headline that basically, here it is. Here's the headline. Democrats try to separate their tactical use of redistricting from that of Republicans. Republicans say that's hypocritical. That's a headline. When Democrats engage in redistricting, it's just fine. When Republicans do it, threat to democracy. Honey, boo-boo, kitten. My God, Politico. I mean, we've said it very often. You are one embarrassing piece of work. As someone wrote, this headline is doing so much work, it deserves overtime pay. It's surreal. When the left does it, it's fine. You know, I was discussing this last week. When the right does something, it's the end of America. It's the threat to democracy. When the left does the same exact thing, it is, why are you looking at us? Why? You're always looking at us. My gosh, you're so obsessed with the culture wars. Why are you always like this? Basically, the left is a teenage girl. When they do it, why are you bothering me? Why are you looking at me? It doesn't matter. My gosh. When you do it, I can't believe you did that. Oh, my God, that's so terrible. You shouldn't even be doing that. By the way, my teenage girl impression, epic. I'm not proud. I'm just saying I can. We all have skills, dang it. The systemology, if that's the right word, is, you know, first they ignore you, then they ridicule you, then mock you, and then they fight you, then you win, right? That's the methodology. First they ignore, then they ridicule, then they fight, then you win. That's the ideas behind how one engages a protest or making changes. What the left is telling you, once again, is that they do not believe in loving the country when they lose. Joe Biden used to talk about the fact that you can't just love the country when you win. They don't love the country. They're also telling you that you should not have a say in the country. That continues. If the idea of mid-decade redistricting is wrong, which was their original argument, it would be wrong. What they're saying is, why should we wait for Republicans to do anything? Let's just go do everything. And then they claim threat to democracy. They're always claiming threat to democracy. And if you notice that they, like for example in Illinois, engage all this gerrymandering, they'll say, why are you looking at us? My gosh, you're always staring at us. You're so obsessed with us. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how violent they're willing to be. And Beto O'Rourke being the front and center guy here, blank the rules. We're gonna take over and we're gonna drive this car like we stole it. He said those words. I'm just telling you that the divide is only getting deeper. The problems are only getting worse. And as I see it, the only answer is make sure this party, this Democratic Party, never wins election again. And keep an eye on the Republican Party, too. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside crash, northbound 65 shy of 465. And backing us up to Southport Road right now for a delay time of 13 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
This is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and Zero Res is celebrating Pet Appreciation Month with something kind of nice for pet parents. Get 3 rooms Zero Resified for $129. Get 15% off pet odor treatments and $50 off air duct cleaning too. Look, pets have accidents, sometimes big ones, messy ones, the ones that make you gag a little when you're trying to clean up. And if you're thinking it's just dogs, cats can absolutely mistake carpets for a litter box. Vacuuming is just not going to fix that. Zero Res can clean virtually any surface in your home. And remember, Zero Res's patented ZR water cleans with no soaps, no residue, no harsh chemicals. And it's clean, safe, and effective, and that's why they have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,000 reviews. Just call Zero Res, mention WIBC, you'll get 3 rooms clean for $129, get 15% off pet odor treatments, and $50 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation. Like your neighbor Dennis.
In the process of refinishing my garage and, trying to turn it into a man cave. So I started searching, online, and I ran across Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is not epoxy. It's better.
First thing I wanted to do initially is I wanted to repair where the concrete had eroded. They said they could do that. I said, well, heck, let me go ahead and get the entire floor covered.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
They were so courteous and respectful of the home and the property. And when they're done, they cleaned up, picked up, swept up. It was like they were never there.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
I would recommend Galaxy over any other competitor, hands down. You're going to be taken care of and you're going to be satisfied. These guys know what they're doing.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose radio hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Hey to all the grown-ups out there. So summer slowly fades and backpacks fill up again, and we know the school year can sometimes bring stress, but we want to encourage you from Life Church that God's word can bring peace. Isaiah 41 says, "Don't worry, I'm with you. Don't be afraid, I'm your God. I will make you strong and will help you." Whether it's the first day of kindergarten or senior year, know you're not alone. God is with you, and we will be praying for students, parents, and teachers too. Parents, you can do this. We will help you. LifeChurchIN.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what Indianapolis city leaders are saying about a homeless encampment by Fountain Square, what Carmel police are saying about a shooting over the weekend, and why Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett will be in front of the City County Council tonight. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a Monday morning. It's 8 o'clock.
The U.S. and Russia can't make a peace deal without Ukraine's involvement. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what European leaders are saying as foreign ministers meet today ahead of Friday's summit in Alaska between President Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
The president has spent much of the last 8 months pressuring both Ukraine and Russia to reach a deal to end the bloodshed. In recent weeks, though, Trump became much more critical of Moscow, claiming the Russians were not doing much of anything to end the conflict. So far, Ukraine's president not planning to be there in Alaska for this summit, but President Zelensky is watching closely. He said on Sunday, "We understand Russia's intention to try to deceive America. We will not allow this."
Fox's Mark Meredith at the White House. Israel is getting a lot of pushback to its plan to escalate the war against Hamas, planning to take over Gaza City. French President Emmanuel Macron said this morning it is a disaster waiting to happen. But acting U.S. Ambassador Dorothy Shea told a skeptical UN Security Council,
"The United States has been working tirelessly to free the hostages, end this war, and give civilians in Gaza a future free of Hamas."
In a few hours, President Trump will further detail his stepped-up law enforcement to fight Washington, D.C. crime.
The Washington Post reports the FBI is also reassigning more than 100 agents to overnight shifts to help local police, and a decision to call up the National Guard could come later on today. D.C.'s mayor says the city's crime rate is down 20%, though, compared to last year.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. It is sentencing day in Maryland for an illegal immigrant turned convicted murderer who killed Rachel Morin, a mother of 5 who was out jogging in 2023. Her mom, Patty, just told Fox it's been hard to write what she'll say at today's hearing.
How can I put the value of her life, reduce it to ink and paper? And then how do I feel about this person and what he's done to take that life away?
Victor Martinez Hernandez faces life in prison, no chance of parole. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Closing in Indianapolis homeless encampment. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 72 degrees going up to 92. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. You've probably heard about the homeless encampment near Fountain Square on Indy's south side. The city says they plan to shut it down this afternoon.
I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'm out of here tonight, and it's gonna be much quieter where I sleep.
She's lived here in Fountain Square for 3 months, but the city posted a letter a few weeks ago saying the camp was permanently closing Monday.
Wish TV's Kyla Russell reporting.
The homelessness rate in Indianapolis is up 7% from last year, according to the latest numbers from the city's point-in-time count. In June, city leaders announced a new initiative aimed at ending homelessness in the city by 2028.
And property owners in that area tell WIBC they've had a hard time selling their homes. Some homes are listing for more than $500,000. The homeless people in that neighborhood have to be off the streets by 4 p.m. today. The finances for the city of Indianapolis will be brought up at a meeting tonight. John Herrick with that story.
Indy's Mayor Joe Hogsett says the budget he's presenting to the Indianapolis City County Council this evening is fully balanced and will maintain investments in public safety, infrastructure, economic development, housing, and quality of life without a tax increase. After the meeting, there will be committee meetings in the coming days where those who live in Indianapolis can weigh in on how their tax dollars are spent. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
5 teenagers arrested Sunday after a Saturday shooting in Carmel in an area between 126th Street and Carmel Drive. Police say they found a man with several gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital. He will survive. Several people ran away after the shooting. And on Sunday, police arrested several 17-year-olds and a 14-year-old. One of the 17-year-olds is facing charges of attempted murder. A man killed Sunday night after a stabbing on the Near East Side of Indianapolis. Police say that man was found with several cuts in an area along North State Street. He died at the hospital. He has been identified this morning as Jesus Estrada. You've likely heard about the battle between Indianapolis Colts quarterbacks Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones for the starting spot. Kevin Bowen says both quarterbacks took part in practice Sunday.
Anthony Richardson, 11 of 17 today. I'd say probably the most running back day that he's had, kind of running back tight end. A little bit more in kind of the check down area for him. Daniel Jones, I had him 9 of 16. I thought he had his worst period of camp right away, out of the gate. 2 of 7, I think it was, in the first period. Sounds like, according to Shane Steichen, that Daniel Jones will start on Saturday against Green Bay, but Anthony Richardson will get that quarter and a half of playing time.
And Saturday's game kicks off at 1 o'clock at Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now it's Lawrence Ryan. We are on the east side of northbound 465 stop-and-go traffic from I-70 up to 75th Street because of a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. It's semi slowing us down for a 26-minute delay back to I-70. Now southbound 65, that's stop-and-go traffic beginning in Pike Township. And this is actually going to be slow from Lafayette Road down to 38th Street, Kessler Boulevard. Remember, trouble up there because the entrance ramp from 38th to southbound 65 is closed until early Wednesday morning. Also, the on and off ramps at southbound 65 and MLK shut down until early Wednesday morning. Southside crash northbound 65 before 465 backs us up past Southport Road. Traffic sponsored by Discover. Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morris, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
And for today, very similar to what we had this weekend. Sunny and hot, high temperature right around 90 degrees with the heat index in the mid-90s. Tonight, mostly clear, low temperatures in the lower 70s. Now, the only chance of relief this week is scattered rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday. High temperature on Tuesday, still near 90 degrees. This is the type of rain chance not everyone's going to pick up something, and it's not an all-day rain chance, mainly confined to the afternoon and evening hours. Temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the mid to upper 80s. We're potentially challenging 90 degrees once again by the weekend.
That's Ryan Morse right there of Wish TV. Ryan, thank you, man. Appreciate it. 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07. They gathered in Ohio to form a human chain to protest Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
An 8-mile human chain stretched down High Street from Worthington to downtown Columbus today. A show of solidarity and peace connecting people of all ages and all backgrounds. Thanks for being with us this evening.
No. They were all very old, and they all look like they're doing a remake of Cocoon, just like we saw in Indianapolis. I don't believe I've ever put out a post that has gotten more insane reaction than the people who were there to protest J.D. Vance had no idea why they were there. Hey, you hate Trump? Come join us. Here's a sign. Here's some money. That's what it looked like. It's 1,000% what it looked like. I don't even think it's a question. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I think they were paid. I don't think they had any clue why they were there. And these protesters are always these baby boomer jerks. What an awful generation. Everything given to you, and you're angry about it at all times. And you have grown up to be just awful and self-indulgent and egomaniacal. You know what? I shouldn't say that about the whole generation. There are plenty of good people, plenty of happy people, plenty of joyous people. I should really be more focused. Liberal white women are the worst. And very often they're boomers. I mean, not every Karen is a boomer, right? But all boomers are Karens? Is that the way? Moral of the story, you can never paint with such a broad brush, but you see again and again at these so-called protests, they're always boomers. They're always older. Always. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely nutty is the only way to describe it. So we've got that. We're going to go inside Indiana business with Gary Dick. And, of course, we're keeping an eye on the budget proposal for tonight. Coming from Joe Hogsett, $1.7 billion budget. Now, I've not seen any level of specifics, so I don't know if I agree or disagree with the budget, as much as I might find a disdain for Mayor Joe Hogsett, for his treatment of women, for who he hires, and a disdain for the so-called feminists of Indianapolis who say absolutely nothing, and he's allowed to remain in office without even being asked 4 questions. There was like 2 days of questions from the press, and it all just went away. I don't know what this budget is, so I have no commentary to it. The only thing we know, Russ McQuaid reporting there at Fox 59, that there's a 4% cut, mostly across the board, but public safety remains the same. That much we know. And, of course, John Herrick over at WIBC.com has more data. Hogsett referring to this as a fully balanced budget. That's the claim being made right there. And that Public Works will get a boost. They will get a 4% increase, and public safety would have more than 6% than what it had last year. So you can get some more details from, of course, our John Herrick at WIBC.com. That's the newsroom, Diego Morales. See that? So it's called news, as opposed to what we get from FN Diego. Fake news Diego. FN Diego, that's what we call him. We just make it shorter to make it easier. Right? He's fake news Diego Morales, the Secretary of State. So we just call it effing Diego. That makes sense, right, Carl? Like, that's standard.
Yeah, we're making it easier for the listeners.
Right. That's all we're trying to do. Thank you, producer Carl. I appreciate that. We're just trying to make it easier. So effing Diego. You know what? Just to help people learn that, to make it easier, I think we need to put that on a T-shirt, don't you?
Yeah, put it in the merchandise.
Yeah, we're gonna need to put that on a T-shirt and help out. Good day. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. Dr. Prather, if someone wanted to bring their child in to build their immune system, what would that appointment look like?
Well, of course, we get the history. We recommend lab tests to find out whether their immune system is up to par. If not, what are the things that need to be done to actually get that where it needs to be?
You got to check the vitamin D through blood, zinc through hair analysis.
Iodine level actually has a great deal to do with the immune system also. How is their liver working? Chiropractic itself is a very excellent way of keeping kids' immune system up. Looking at that from both a functional and a structural way has a lot to do with the health of especially children.
And structure function care is safe for children. Very
Absolutely.
safe.
Much safer than pharmaceuticals.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Yeah, Tony, looking at northbound 65 on the south side. That's a crash at Thompson Road, blocking the left lane and causing stop-and-go traffic back to Southport Road. On the northeast side, northbound 465 still slows from 70 up to 71st for a 17-minute delay. That's because of multiple events happening on that northbound side in Lawrence. They have all cleared. Inbound 69 stop-and-go from 116th Street down to 82nd Street, an 8-minute delay. Southbound 65 slows from Lafayette Road down to 38th Street, Kessler Boulevard. Reminder that ramp from 38th Kess to southbound 65 closed until early Wednesday morning. And on the south side, northbound 65 slowing up from Raymond into the south split. It's a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
From Hollywood to the Heartland. Man, tickets are selling. I appreciate it. Sponsors are coming on board. I love it. Join us August 23rd. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Actor, producer Nick Searcy is going to be with us telling stories of Hollywood, the documentaries he made about January 6th in D.C. and what he saw that made him sick and why he, like me, decided that the Heartland is the place to be. It's August 23rd. West Fork Whiskey, it's where it's happening. Tickets.tonykatz.com. food, barbecue from Big Hoffa's Barbecue, desserts from Circle City Sweets, of course, West Fork Whiskey Bourbon. I've got cigars to end the night with there on the patio. It's going to be incredible. PA Jewelers, Premier Arms, sponsors, Boer Remodeling, helping us get this done. And we've just added Just Add Water Boats. That's where Matt Bear and I had the porch party for the race. They're coming out. And Defiance Beef, a sponsor of Eat, Drink, Smoke. If you've ever wanted to order, like if you want a boat, you go to Just Add Water Boats. If you ever wanted to basically buy a cow for your freezer, DefianceBeef.com. And you can use promo code Eat, Drink, Smoke and get $150 off right now. DefianceBeef.com from right here in Indiana. They're going to be there as well. It's going to be amazing. Incredible. And there's still, I think we have like one sponsorship left available. So you can make that happen. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets from Hollywood to the Heartland with myself and Nick Searcy. And Gary Dick is going to be there from InsideIndianaBusiness.com. You got something to do on August 23rd?
I'll open up my calendar, Tony. That sounds like a heck of a good time.
It is going to be a heck of a good time. By the way, when he opens up his calendar, it's like one of the librarians from Game of Thrones opening up one of those books. Dust comes off of it, and he has to check with 4 people, and there's a committee. It's a thing. Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com. He'll be there August 23rd from Hollywood to the Heartland. You got to get your tickets, tickets.TonyKatz.com. Gary, let's talk about you. And let's talk about what you're seeing. And a couple of stories came to mind before I get to the IndyCar story, because we haven't dug in yet. There is a deal to buy some Indiana TV stations. Now, they're not here. West Lafayette, Terre Haute, Evansville, and Fort Wayne. This is Gray, right? Gray. Now, is this the same Gray Media that I think of it as, the very large company Gray? Because it's 4 stations here in Indiana, but they're buying stations in 10 markets, $171 million. And the reason I bring it up is that I think a media play right now is very interesting, especially when you're considering it's not a digital play. What do you know about this story?
Yeah, and you're right. Gray TV is a big media company, a big national media company, and really they are expanding their presence. They're already in Indiana and expanding into Terre Haute and West Lafayette. So adding some Indiana markets. And it really, Tony, is just part of the evolution, the ever-changing landscape that is the media business these days, in particular television. So many television stations around the station are under new ownership in this ever-changing landscape. And I think it is, a testament to the fact that while digital is driving so many things, television still is a viable option out there. But television news, local ownership, a much different animal these days, to be sure.
And so it's the local ownership part that I think is really interesting. If we take a look at Indianapolis, which none of these stations are in Indianapolis, local ownership is Circle City Broadcasting, is Wish TV, WIBC, it's their news gathering, a partner. But all of these, Terre Haute, West Lafayette, they own NDU, which is probably the biggest station in South Bend. These are smaller markets. So this says to me that there's still a play in those smaller markets for financial opportunity, which means the advertiser, to some extent, is still there, even though we see advertising bifurcating, going more digital in all these places. Is this should we be looking at this, or whether it's media or whether others look at this saying, you know what, this says something about the strength of local advertisers and where they're at? Or is, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar and a good deal is a good deal. The stations were available, buy them and let total number of eyeballs rule the day on advertising.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, Tony, in terms of gathering or getting some economies of scale, really, if you will. And if you look at the change, which I think is interesting, especially in some of these smaller markets, when you look at local news, some media companies are actually, aggregating stations and then doing newscasts not in those markets. They're having news anchors and others that are in a totally different place. So you talk about local ownership and local connection. There is very little in some of these deals, and I think that potentially that could be in play with some of these deals. Very different. You mentioned a local ownership and local commitment to community, which was always the mainstay of the broadcasting industry. It's changed a lot. But you also see, companies, and I look at Nexstar with our partners at Fox 59 and CBS 4. That's not local ownership, but there is a real commitment to local broadcasting, local content, and focus on local. So it just depends. But I think in some of these smaller markets, as you point out, just really part of a very ever-changing landscape out there in terms of media.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. You can follow him personally at Gary Dick, Gerry, at Gary Dick on Twitter X. This brings us to the story about IndyCar. Now, a lot was made about the NFL buying in for a stake of ESPN. This is the same story. Fox buying into the IndyCar series, quite literally buying in, which says to me, why are we making the series all this money through all of our advertising efforts and everything that we do? Why don't we also get a little piece on the other side as well? Wall Street Journal says Fox paid $125 to $135 million for the minority stake, even though in 2020, Penske bought the whole thing for between $250 and $300 million, which means the value has gone up. But the methodology here, the math here for Fox is, we want to own this thing. If we're going to do all this coverage, we want a piece of it. Is this good for sports and for the viewer, or is this going to be a problem long term?
No, I think it has the potential to be, again, I always hate to use the term a win-win, overused phrase, but the proverbial win-win situation for both Fox and IndyCar. As you mentioned, Fox acquiring a one-third stake in Penske Entertainment. And this really builds on an existing relationship. Fox and the IndyCar, the NTT IndyCar Series, since their relationship on the air and in digital, viewership, engagement, all the metrics you look at has increased. In fact, I believe the 2025 Indy 500 on Fox saw a 41% increase in viewership compared to the previous year. Fox is big
31.
in terms of promotion.
It was a 31% increase, 31. But still it's massive. It's bigger than life. Yeah. We're talking about a little over 2 million viewers per race, as the IBJ, your sister publication, reports it. It is a huge number, Gary.
Yeah. And Fox wants to be a part of that from an ownership standpoint, as you mentioned. So this is going to have, I think, big impact when it comes to promoting the series, the visibility of the series, not just on broadcast television, but certainly digital, which is such a big part, obviously, of the media landscape today. So we'll see. It brings financial resources to the series. To promote events, not just the Indy 500, but importantly other stops in the series to help uplift that and compete more effectively with F1 and NASCAR and some of the other competitors out there. So really an interesting story that's just now starting to unfold, but I think is part of a relationship that began as a good relationship between Fox and IndyCar, about to get much bigger.
Gary Dick, inside IndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X. At IIB. I appreciate you being with us. Matt Bear has got traffic.
All right, checking out the south side, northbound 65 before 465. That is a crash slowing us down back to Southport Road. And then after that, continuing northbound, you slow down again after Keystone Avenue into the South Slip because of construction, and that's delaying us 7 minutes at the moment. On the east side, northbound 465 slows after 70 past Penn Pike. Southbound 65, slow traffic from from Lafayette Road down to 38th Kessler Boulevard. Pike Township, northbound 65, stop and go from West 71st Street up to 86. Northbound 465, slow off 86th Street to 865, exit east. And traffic will have pockets of slow over to Meridian Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
There will no doubt be political shenanigans galore. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
all these storms that we've had, the rain that comes through, we are not done with it. And you don't know what's happening on the roof. If you want to climb up there, you can, or let Moss Roofing do that for you. Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, family owned, right here in central Indiana. For over 30 years, Moss Roofing gives you something that's very hard to find these days. Honest work and peace of mind, and they offer free inspections. They will go onto the roof. They'll take a look at it for you. And if they see an issue, they'll take the photos. They'll show you everything. Hey, here's what we think the issue is. Here's where we know the problem is. Here's how we're going to fix it. Here's how it's going to work. And they will even work with your insurance company for you. Moss Roofing, incredible people, cool family, doing great stuff. They've done great work for me as well, just checking on the roof and making sure everything was okay. Real professionals doing the job right. Talk to Moss Roofing. Protect your home. Avoid bigger problems later. Call 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months, no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET. That's 800-5HELMET, or gutterhelmetindy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Lawrence Duttler, president of Sun Title, who has been an Applied Innovation customer for 20 years.
Well, to be honest, it was when it came to having copiers and scanners, there was really no other choice but to go to Applied. I mean, it was the service level, the people.
Then you discovered Applied Innovation also provided network support and security.
And when we found out, that was an easy decision to make. They've got a great team of folks that understand just overall computers, networks, that kind of thing.
How has Applied Innovation benefited Sun Title for 2 decades?
You've got to be in the foxhole with somebody. Our business is about being tech-enabled. It's about servicing our clients. So their service to me as a client gives me the ability to serve our clients better.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What President Trump says he wants to do about high crime and homelessness in our nation's capital. Nothing on radar, 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 92 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31.
1,000 National Guard troops could soon be deployed to the nation's capital. President Trump may make that decision as soon as today.
That's Fox's Marianne Rafferty reporting.
The proposal comes as the president says he's cracking down on crime in Washington. If deployed, troops are expected to help federal agents with various tasks. The president has already ordered more than 100 FBI agents to patrol alongside local police. A curfew in the district's Navy Yard area is also now in effect.
And Washington, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser says the Washington, D.C. area is not experiencing a spike in crime. A meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin is set for Friday in Alaska.
The president has spent much of the last 8 months pressuring both Ukraine and Russia to reach a deal to end the bloodshed. In recent weeks, though, Trump became much more critical of Moscow, claiming the Russians were not doing much of anything to end the conflict. So far, Ukraine's president not planning to be there in Alaska for this summit, but President Zelensky is watching closely. He said on Sunday, "We understand Russia's intention to try to deceive America. We will will not allow this. I greatly value the determination with which President Trump is committed to bringing an end to the killings in this war. Every day, many people are giving up their lives, but the sole root cause of these killings is Putin's desire to wage war and manipulate everyone he comes into contact
and
with.
Over the weekend, President Zelensky says he is not giving up any land to Russia. Indianapolis Metro police officers say an infant died on the southwest side of the city on Sunday. Officers arrived in a neighborhood near South Minnesota Street and Kentucky Avenue about 10:30. They believe the infant was spotted by at least one family member in a swimming pool, and officers are still looking into this. Early in the work week, you could expect highs in the low 90s, and then a cold front will move in on Tuesday.
As we get later in the week, we are going to see some relief from the heat as we get more towards the mid-80s, really for the second half of the work week.
And that's forecaster Andrew White at the National Weather Service. Indianapolis, he says your best chance for rain is tomorrow. Weapons is scaring up a huge opening in the weekend box office. The horror film earned $42.5 million in 3 days, $10 million above projections. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Several Indianapolis Colts players went down with injuries at Sunday's training camp, and head coach Shane Steichen had little to say about their status.
Hip flexor for Nick Cross and Quiddy Pace dealing with the groin. I just heard a knee. I don't have any more for you. I just heard a knee.
What about Alec?
Alec had a growing. I think it happened in 7-on-7. I don't know how bad it is. I don't have a timetable on their return either.
And so a total of 4 players left practice with groin, hip, and knee injuries as the Colts get ready for Saturday's preseason game against the Green Bay Packers, where Daniel Jones will get the start at quarterback.
He'll play a couple series, and then Anthony will finish the first half. Starters will play about a quarter. They're playing right now.
And Saturday's game kicks off at 1 o'clock in Portland, Oregon, Sunday.
Let's go! Oh, my goodness! Yes! Let's go, boys! You guys are the best!
On IndyCar Radio, Alex Palou secured his 4th straight IndyCar title with a third-place finish at the Grand Prix of Portland. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Southside crash. Northbound 65 at Thompson Road before 465. Left lane is blocked. Traffic stop and go back to Southport Road. On the east side, northbound 465 slow from 72 Penn Pike. And inbound 69 stop and go traffic 116th Street, 282nd, a 5-minute delay. South side northbound 65 jams before Raymond up to the south split because of construction. Pike Township northbound 65 slow before West 86th Street. And northbound 465 stop and go after 79 to 865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We've got ourselves 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Dow futures up 92, NASDAQ futures up 17. Oil prices really where they were last week, $64.21 per barrel on the West Texas crude. The Brent crude coming out of the ocean, $66.92. You've got the 10-year Treasury note, 4.275. So everything right there holding firm, staying exactly where it has been. Now, we have the story here about the budget from Indianapolis, Marion County. That's going to go in front of the City County Council tonight. You've got Fountain Square and the encampment, which is supposed to be taken down, this homeless encampment that's supposed to come down to the ground. We will see if that happens as well. And as we talked about things kind of merging together, you see NFL buying into ESPN, Fox buying into IndyCar. Here's a big one. Paramount buying the rights for UFC. Now, they didn't buy into the UFC, just the rights for a 7-year deal. $7.7 billion. Holy cow. 43 UFC live events, which will be exclusively streamed in the U.S. on Paramount Plus. So it eliminates the pay-per-view model used by ESPN in its current deal with UFC, making all events available for no extra charge on Paramount Plus. Sorry. Even I don't think I have Paramount Plus. I will now. Because working with ESPN has always been a giant pain. Always. So if I get Paramount Plus, which means what are the shows on Paramount Plus? Is Landman on Paramount Plus? Let's see what they've got. Full list of Paramount Plus shows. Oh, that's a bunch of kids shows. What I don't want that.
Yellowstone.
Is Yellowstone on there?
Yeah, it's a
we'll
Paramount
do the
product.
That is a Paramount Plus show. Tulsa King is on Paramount Plus. And iCarly. You can get episodes of iCarly on Paramount Plus as all. Picard is on Paramount Plus. Okay. Challenge accepted. Challenge 1883, 1923. And now I get UFC and no extra. Yeah. Just letting my family know we're getting Paramount Plus. Game over. Done. So Skydance just bought Paramount. That was probably the biggest deal in media in a while. And now this. Sorry. Game changer. And worth the money? Absolutely worth the money. Remember, it's Paramount that is paying South Park $1.5 billion to stream over the next 5 years. They're making their play. Netflix has a problem. This is clear. This is a huge move. And yes, I will be I'm in. I'm in. So Paramount Plus Premium. You also get all of Showtime is $12.99 a month. Okay. Got it. Good. Changing the game. You're about to see people make real decisions on streaming services and let certain things go. I think the days of Netflix and chill could be over in terms of it being Netflix. That said, they had a very good quarter last quarter. Very, very good quarter. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You need power. Like when the power goes out because, I don't know, a storm comes through and takes down a power line, or there's so much heat and so many people are running their air that the grid can't handle it. What do you do in that moment? What you do is make the call now before that moment comes, and you talk to Generator Supercenter about getting a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter is the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer, and they're going to show you how it works. It's kind of incredible how it connects to your home. So if the power goes out, boom, it kicks right back on, and your family is safe and secure. Your business is up and running. A Generac automatic standby generator. They've got financing available at Generator Supercenter. That means low monthly payments and free estimates. Let them come out to you, show you how it's going to lay out, or check out the showroom for yourself right there where 96 meets 69. Talk to Generator Supercenter today. Call 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter. 827-0808.
Another update is just minutes away.
Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia shows no signs of stopping the war.
Negotiated settlement that the Ukrainians and the Russians can live with.
Hear the news.
5 teenagers arrested Saturday shooting 17 and 14-year-olds attempted murder.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
The latest budget
for 2026, public safety is supposed to get a 6% increase.
On air.
Heat will take over the state.
And online.
What about rain?
Across the northwest portions of the state.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meets cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's F-O-S-T-E-C-H, Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what do you know?
Northbound 65 on the south side, slow because of construction from South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. On the south side, that's a crash. Northbound 65 before the 465 Ramshead. Right now, the left lane is blocked. That slows us down back to Southport Road. East side, it is Lawrence northbound 465. Stop and go traffic from 70 up to East 56th Street. Inbound 69 slows from 106 to 82nd. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 slow off 86th Street to 865. Traffic sponsored by B-Window right now. Employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack? Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
If you're pressed for time, the WIBC Mashup Podcast is your shortcut to the smartest, sharpest, and strangest moments on air. It's the best content from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Updated daily. Find the WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
late 70s, maybe early 80s. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? That is presented by From Hollywood to the Heartland. August 23rd, myself, actor Nick Searcy. You want to be there. The bourbon from West Fork Whiskey, the barbecue from Big Hopper's Barbecue, desserts from Circle City Sweets, cigars, of course, to end the night. Such a great time. August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com. Thank you to Just Add Water Boats, one of our great sponsors. Glad they've come on board. PA Jewelers, Premier Arms, Brewer Remodeling, and Defiance Beef. Oh, yeah. You want to own a cow? Yeah, they'll. I've placed my order. It's so good. DefianceBeef.com. I'll tell you all about that in the days ahead. DefianceBeef.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets right now. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Okay. The chat room seems to know what this television theme song is. And they may very well be right. I would not have known this. But I will phone a friend. Matt Bear, what the heck is this television theme song?
That's Star Trek Voyager, Tony.
Like it. Good stuff. Good stuff right there. Nope, I think the chat room has it right. You want to start from the beginning there, Producer Carl? This is the theme to Trapper John MD.
A MASH spinoff.
Well, not really. Would we call it a spinoff?
Well, that's what Google says.
It is what they say, isn't it? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Trapper John. That's oh God. Wayne
Allen.
No, not Wayne Allen. Oh my gosh.
Wayne Brady.
It's not who I'm thinking of. Wayne Rogers.
Yeah, Wayne Rogers.
Right? There we go.
Yeah, Trapper John replaced Wayne Rogers.
Yes, correct. I was thinking of McLean Stevenson, who was killed off of MASH and then went on to star in Hello, Larry.
Yeah. I wanted to use that theme song, but it has Hello, Larry all over the song.
Yeah. By the way, McLean Stevenson was the Shelley Long of his generation, who was the David Caruso of her generation. I think I've got that all right. People who blew up their careers because they thought they were bigger than the moment. McLean Stevenson, Shelley Long, David Caruso.
Suzanne Summers.
But Suzanne Summers did something different. Suzanne Summers didn't say, I'm going to go strike out on my own. I don't need you three's company. Suzanne Summers said, I'm the reason people are watching this show. I want to get paid for that. And the network said, we can replace you with another blonde. And that's what happened. I mean, but that's really what happened. If you take a look at what Suzanne Summers did in that negotiation, like, that's really risky stuff. And you got to accept the fact that it doesn't work out. Dude, I cannot say this enough. In any negotiation, you have to be willing to say no. You have to accept the fact that you might have to walk away. You do. This idea of, I've got them over a barrel. Oh, they have to do this for me. Don't you know how big and popular I am? None of that's true. That's never true. There comes a moment. I don't believe that's true about me in my own negotiations, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to advocate for what I want. As I have often said, I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about this, Producer Carl. I don't know if you know me that long. In any negotiation, the only real power you have is the ability to say no. Are you willing to walk? If you're not, then what are you doing? Are you willing to bet on yourself? Me, I'm always willing to bet on myself. What do I think? I think I have a lifetime still to give right here in Indianapolis, right here with IBC. Oh my gosh, absolutely I do. Is it going to work out that way? How would I know? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If the deal's not there, if it's not forthcoming, whatever the case may be, it's not. But that's true of you in your business, you in your world, you in your negotiations. It's why when people tell me women are only getting paid X number of cents to the dollar compared to men, what are you negotiating? Don't look at me. If you made other considerations, I don't want to hear it. And other considerations do come into play. There's a totality that has to be looked at. If we see deals that take place and people get paid, you're like, my gosh, how is that even remotely possible? But if you can create that kind of value. So with all of that, Suzanne Summers said, I think my value is here, and the network said no. She didn't say, I'm going to go do something else because I'm a superstar. There's the difference. Shelley Long said, I'm going to leave Cheers. Cheers, a freaking institution of a show, because I'm going to go be a movie star. And then people said, no, you're going to be doing like Beverly Hills, like, what was that with the Girl Scout troop, right? That's the movie you're going to do. Have a nice day. You're not going to do anything else. David Caruso did the same, and McLean Stevenson did the same. That's different. Thinking you're bigger than the room, that's the biggest mistake in the world. Believing you should be valued for the room that you create, that's just a risk. And if you're not willing to take it, my gosh, don't complain. And if it doesn't work out, also don't complain. This is how it goes. I will catch you guys at noon on Tony Katz Today. Kendall, in case you're up next, Matt Baer has traffic.
All right, Tony, south side, northbound 65 before 465 crash, blocking the left lane, slowing us down. Just